optimal health. We are so glad that you joined us for this episode. As I told you the last time, this season we are focused on gluten-free dishes. So for tonight, we are going to make the lentil burgers with red rice. And then we're going to have a little vegetable on the side and some salad to make a complete meal. But before I begin this show, I'd like to remind you that our cookbook, Simple Plant-Based Recipes, it's still available. Go to our website, www.uzimalifestylecenter.org, and you can purchase a copy for yourself or for a friend. This is a good way to start them on their journey to healthy eating. Now, in addition to that, we offer classes for chronic diseases like hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. If you have any members of your church or you know anyone in the community with those conditions, please remember to give us a call, 917-531-7901. Or you can email us at uzimalifestylecenter@yahoo.com. Are you ready to cook? I am. Let's go. So we are cooking red rice and lentil burgers. Now for the red rice, this is the rice that we are going to use. Now why are we using this rice? Because it has a lot of great nutrients. We know that we can cook this rice in a crock pot, or we can just, cook it in the regular way. So all we are going to do here, we have our water, it's come to the boil. So we are going to put some tamari, and tamari is unfermented soy sauce. We're just going to put a little bit in our water because we want to give our rice some flavor. Now this rice has, it's called ancient grain rice. And it is a natural source of antioxidant, and it has exceptional nutritious grains that add to the red rice flavor. So in addition to the red rice, it has some grains. And this can be very, very beneficial for you and your family. Now, we need to remember that this rice, it has 1 cup, 170 calories. And actually in this container, we have 10 servings. So it's just like 1/4 of a cup that you really need. It has 1.5 grams of fat, which is very little. It has 0 cholesterol, 37 grams of carbohydrate. And yes, it has dietary fiber, no sugar. It has some protein as well. So all you do, you put the water, bring it to the boil, you add some tamari, and now you're ready to put your ancient grains into the pot. So our water is boiling, so we have our ancient grains, and we're just going to pour it in. And we just stir it a little bit. You notice I'm cooking with my wooden spoon, so we stir it around a little bit. And then we are going to put the lid on so that it cooks really well, right? So our rice is going, and again, I want you to see the brand. It is Ralston red rice. It's actually red rice with some ancient grains. Okay, good. So that's for our rice dish, which is very simple and straightforward. Now, for our lentil burgers, what you need to do is to soak the lentil overnight. And then you can add some seasoning to your water and you can cook the lentil. Another way to do it, you can put it in a crock pot and have it cook overnight. But one of the things I want to tell you about the lentil, you need to make sure that you soak it overnight, get rid of the first water, and that would reduce the gas and the bloatiness that some people may have as a result of eating beans and peas. Right? And lentils as well. So here we have our lentil. The other ingredients, we have our vegetable stock here. Then we have our onions. We have our carrots. We have over here our cayenne pepper. Then we have our gluten-free flour. Remember, we're cooking gluten-free. Here we have our breadcrumbs, right? And we have our chopped mint over here. And then we have our garlic. So these are all the ingredients. All right. So we're ready to go right now. As the rice is cooking, let me tell you very quickly the benefits of the lentil. Lentil have plenty of folates. It has iron and vitamin B1. And these all support your heart health. Lentils may be associated with low risk of heart disease. And it also lowers your bad cholesterol. It is also very good for people who have high blood pressure. One study found that eating lentils led to greater reduction in blood pressure than eating chickpeas and other beans. So lentil is really what I call a superfood, right? So we have our lentils nicely cooked. I seasoned this up really well. So to the lentil, we are going to add our onions. We're going to add our garlic. I like to add my sweet peppers. When you see sweet peppers, you think of the color, you think of antioxidants. Sweet peppers there. Then we add our carrots, right? And we are going to mix these all together, making sure that it's nicely blended, right? Everything is nicely blended here. Now to this we will add our cayenne. Remember, it's just a little bit of cayenne, not too much. You don't want to make it too spicy. The recipe doesn't call for Italian seasoning, but I like to add my Italian seasoning to give it a nice little flavor there. So I'm adding my Italian seasoning. And so I put everything together and I blend it up really well. And breadcrumbs. Now, this is breadcrumbs that I made. I use 12 grain bread and I just put it in the toaster. I toasted it and then I put it in my Vitamix. So this is nicely made breadcrumbs. And so we are mixing everything up really well. I want to make sure I show you, this is the kind of lentil I use, right? The dry lentil. Now some other benefits of the lentil: it reduces your risk of chronic diseases. It supports your digestive system because lentil has a lot of fiber, so it helps your digestion, it helps your heart, it helps to manage your blood sugar level, and it's a good source of plant protein. So these are all the benefits of the lentil. Let's think about the benefits of the carrots. We've already added the carrots. When you see carrots, you see the bright yellow color. So you think right away vitamin A, it's good for your eyes. It has a lot of beta carotene as well. Carrot also helps to balance your blood sugar. It is a great thing to incorporate in your diet when you're thinking about losing weight. It might lower your risk of cancer because it has a lot of antioxidant, which would benefit your immune system to fight against like the cancer cells. Carrots help your blood pressure regulation. It may also reduce your risk of heart disease. Carrots support your immunity and it boosts your brain health. So all around, the carrot is really, really good to incorporate into your diet. Now let's move right along and see what else we have there. Now the cayenne. We did include cayenne, and this is the kind of cayenne that I use, the organic cayenne. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. Of course, it has beta carotene. It has chitosanactin. It has chlorine. It has lutein, zanactin. It has vitamin B1, 2, vitamin B6. It has vitamin K, folate, magnesium, potassium, copper, iron, magnesium, selenium, phosphorus, and zinc. And the list goes on. This is really a great herb that you need to include in your meal. It can also help if you have high cholesterol and things like that. It is very beneficial. So we are blending everything together so that it's nicely blended. Now I want you to see the texture, right? And then we are now going to add our gluten-free all-purpose flour. Going to add some of this. And again, we are going to make sure we are blending everything very well. I want you to look at the texture of this. You want to make sure it's not too soft. It is not too runny. Okay, so you preheat the oven to 350 to 400 degrees. And when you mix this up, you want to make sure that the texture is of such that your spoon is standing in it, okay? Then you put a little bit of gluten-free flour on your board, and then we are going to just make sure that we are patting it out nicely here. And then we are going to use our glass, and we're just going to section it off like that. And you see how nice this burger is? See the texture of it and the right, very good. So let me move my dish there so that you can see. So we have, here we have a nice burger here. So we put another one in there. Then again, we are going to put a little more flour on the board. Here is my flour. I'm going to put a little bit of this gluten-free flour on the board to make sure there is no sticking. And then here we go with our mixture. Remember, you add the mint in and mix it all up. Your mint will give it a really nice flavor. I'm going to spread this out a little more. So here we have another burger ready to go here. We bring this in a little bit. You don't want it to be too soft and okay, so if it gets a little, you're just gonna make sure that the shape is okay. Good. Good. So here we have our dish with our burgers all ready to go. So our oven is ready. And so we are going to put it in. I'm going to wash my hands quickly so that I'll be able to put it in the oven. So here we have it, our finished lentil burgers. All right. So what we have in our plate here, and I want you to take good note, we have a bed of mixed greens with tomatoes. Then we have cabbage with sweet peppers and broccoli on the side. And yes, we have our red rice with ancient grains. So this is very nutty and very flavorful. One thing you need to remember when you're cooking the burgers, of course, is 350 to 400 degrees the oven. And just ensure that you cook each side of the burger for at least 15 to 20 minutes so it is well cooked through and through. So what you have here is a complete meal. You have your fresh vegetables. You have your cooked vegetables. And by the way, the broccoli, the cabbage, and the sweet peppers, we steam them and then add a little bit of tamari and just put it together. And then we have the ancient grain, which is so very filling. It has a lot of fiber and a lot of good nutrients. And of course, the superstar of the dish is the lentil burger. Very flavorful, very heart healthy, and your entire family would love that. So try this recipe and let us know how yours came out. I am so excited for this red rice. This is the first time I literally prepared a red rice. And because it has ancient grains, I was more drawn to it because we wanted to make sure that we are doing a dish that does not have any gluten in it. So everything in this dish is gluten-free. So try this dish, leave a comment on our page, and let us know how yours came out. Remember, eat for optimal health, for your body is God's temple. See you in the next 2 weeks.